How's everybody doing, man? This is DJAYICON with another playing tutorial, Tiger Woods PGA 14. I personally apologize for the long delay between videos. I have just been, really super busy trying to get better equipment to, broadcast these tutorials to you, so on and so forth. Hey, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to get into playing a little better. We're going to work on pitching from the sand. We're going to work on chipping from the rough, different things of that nature to try and help our game a little bit more. Okay, so what we're going to do again, like we did in the first video, we're going to go into the practice facility, which is hosted at Augusta National Practice Facility. We're going to use our own player that we actually use in the game. To make this a tad bit difficult, we're gonna put on some wind, which really technically is not gonna matter much in this video, only because we are gonna work on our short game, right? We're gonna work on pitching from the sand, hitting accurate shots from the sand, hitting accurate shots, or chipping and pitching when we're close to the pin. You're probably asking me, well, why is it that we really need to work on these kind of things? I'm going to show you. You need to have a really good short game in order to be good at this game. When you are playing in a game and you're basically anywhere from 80 yards out, you never really have to worry about the wind. Okay, so if you look on your upper right, you'll see that it's saying like 19 miles per hour to our left. You don't have to worry about that, because it's not that wind is, because the ball it's such a short trajectory or ball flight, it doesn't come into play. Okay, but when we're shaping up certain things, we always want to pay attention to a couple key elements. Okay, now you had to really pay attention here, okay, because I mean, looking at this shot, it looks simple enough, okay, but at Augusta, if you've played here before, you already know, hey, the shots aren't the easiest because the green has a lot of activity going. The first thing you want to gauge when playing these short approach shots is your vertical and horizontal, what the ball is doing once it's going to land on the ground. Okay, so the first thing I always look at is my vertical lines on the green. Right, so if we look vertically there at the pin, you'll see that the vertical lines are coming back toward us. Right, they're rolling straight on and down off the green if you look there. So that means if we don't get it up high enough on that hill, it's going to come right back to us. Again, our horizontal lines are showing what appears to be a right to left break. So basically what that means is if we're going to land this ball close to the pin, we have to compensate for the right to left break in addition to the ball coming back toward us. So what I would do is I would play the ball right around here, and I would definitely keep it up around that height because I don't want the ball coming back towards me. If I add any spin, and again, this tutorial is for amateurs and people playing on pro modes. If you're playing in Tour Pro and Tournament, there's no reason for you to be checking out my video. All right. Aside from that, what you want to do is, again, play the ball to break a little bit more to our right, and if you're going to spin the ball anyway, you're going to spin the ball back to your right to compensate for that right to left break. So let's give it a shot here. All right, here we go. And again, we spin it back just a little bit left, a little bit right, got close. Let's see if we can't do that again. Bring it back a little bit right there. This time we're going to jump on it a little bit more with a little bit more heavy right, and again, I put too much in it. So that's when, playing aggressive can kind of mess you up. Okay, so let's try it one more time, and we'll hit it straight up and down. And there's the ball going with no spin, no nothing. We're close for an easy one putt. Okay, so again, always pay attention to your horizontal, the horizontal depth of the ball, in addition to your vertical depth of the ball when approaching any approach shot under 70, 80 yards. All right, now looking at this shot, we're playing from the rough. Okay, we're going to use a 60 degree again. Right, simple enough. It looks simple enough, but if you take a look at it, right, we gauge our our vertical, what the green's doing vertically, we see that it's coming right back to us again. So we got to get closer to the pin. Get closer to the pin. It's going with a left to right break, okay? Make sure you always gauge these things correctly. Left to right break means that that ball is going to go straight to our right if we misplay this shot. So we always want to kind of compensate for it a tad bit more. Now don't get me wrong, you don't have to necessarily push it to your left. I just do that to just guarantee that I'm not going against the grain when I'm putting, okay? It makes for an easier putt. All right, most people are going to look at this shot and say, okay, I've done everything I need to do, everything that I need to do. Let's hit the ball. When we hit the ball, what happens? Pretty simple enough. Simple enough. Got there. Should be an easy one putt. There are some more drastic elements to sand shots that I want to make sure that we look at. Okay, let's say hypothetically we're in this kind of lie right here when the ball is below our feet, right? So we look at it, the ball's below our feet. If you look down on the bottom right, you'll see that the pin, this is the problem that a lot of people run into. They don't make this adjustment. And this adjustment right here is what really will add or excuse me, lower your strokes in the game, okay? So let's do it. The vertical is coming back toward us. We're going to play it just a tad bit closer, right? A left to right break again. We're going to bring it over. But now we're not going to adjust anything else. And if you look on our bottom right, where's that red marker? It's off the ball. So that when we hit the ball, even though we played everything, it came off real heavy and it's a miss hit. Came off real heavy and it's a miss hit. Okay? So I want to show you one other element, right? Ball coming back toward us, left to right break, right? We're going to compensate and we're going to say we're going to push this right. If you look down on the bottom right, you'll see that I've moved that red marker over to the right side of the ball. This is going to be another miss hit. This is something that people do again that we want to make sure we watch out for when we hit the ball. It comes off heavy, and there's a miss hit again. And it centers around fundamental golf. It centers around fundamental golf. So let's line it up and do it the right way, okay? Coming back toward us, the pin is there. We have the ball marked properly, okay? We're playing the left to right break, okay? But what we're going to do, if you look here, oh, wait, let me see if I can do it. There it is, okay. If we look here, it says below our feet, okay? The ball is 16 inches below our feet, okay? So that means when we're lining this shot up and we're looking at it, the ball is that low. So what you want to do is you want to say, okay, I need to put this red marker right in the center of the ball, and we need to compensate for it here, okay? So you see how I'm lining that up there, right? Lining it up. And when we do it, if you look on the bottom right, you see me moving it back toward the middle. Right toward the middle, okay? So when we hit the ball, what do we got? More of an accurate shot. Always try to use your spin down there because, again, it's hard to kind of gauge where that ball is going to go just based off of no shot is always the same, okay? But you can always compensate by going a tad bit more left. All right, so let's move the marker back over, okay? No wind, the wind is not in play. When we hit the ball, what do we got? Comes off right. And we're going to spin it back a tad bit left, and you got yourself a one putt. Okay, that's a key element to playing this game, man. If we can work on those little key things. Always adjust the ball before you hit the ball. You always want to press the left stick down. Take a look at it. It's below our feet. That means that the ball is naturally going to come out right. Okay, when the ball's below our feet, it's naturally going to come out right. When it's above our feet, it's naturally going to come out left. Okay. So when we look at the ball again, always gauge your vertical break. Vertical break says it's coming right back to us. We don't have to worry about it running off the front of the green up this way, okay? Right? Left to right break again. We're going to compensate for the left to right break. We're going to look and see what the ball is doing. It's below our feet. We're going to center the marker just a tad bit more in the ball. We're going to hit the ball, and what do we got? Straight on, almost hold it. You practice those key elements, and I guarantee you will shave strokes off your game. This has been DJAYICON. A tad bit fast of a video. I hate to talk your ear off, but if there's anything I can help you work on, please send me a message. We're gonna work on our approach shot from probably like 150, 170 yards in our next video. I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out right now, and it's been a pleasure helping everybody. Any questions or concerns, please send a message. I'll read them all. Thank you. Good night.